I was going to do a video on Bethesda weeks ago about the fact that they continuously keep rehashing mods, you know, taking ideas from the Nexus, putting them up on the Creation Club and charging you $10 for it.
It's just wrong.
2 new items on the Creation Club this morning, the Settlement Ambush Kit and the Fantasy Heroes set. We'll go over both. Let's start with the Settlement Ambush Kit. It's currently going for 900 credits? What? Holy cow. That's equivalent to $9. Goodness. But is it worth 900 credits? Let's find out.
How come? Tell me why! Say it! Say it!
That said, most of what we find in this creation already existed as mods.
Oh my god.
Now, those of you who've been subscribed to me for a while know how I feel about Bethesda. Know how the fall from grace to me was nothing short of reminiscent of Lucifer himself from the gates of heaven. Bethesda has just spat in the face of the biggest fans of the series. But Gundam, Fallout 4 is an RPG. Yeah, Fallout 4 is an RPG like I'm a pro wrestler. I'm CM Punk on the weekends. He doesn't wrestle anymore, you're outdated. Point being, Bethesda is a company that has habitually proven that A, they lie, B, they lift ideas, and C, they don't mind passing the buck. And for some reason, people still love the shit out of Bethesda. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's like they put out these broken games, and everyone just goes, well, it's Bethesda.
Fuck you!
Assassin's Creed Unity has some similar bugs, and everyone's like, Ubisoft is trash. In typical Bethesda fashion, they do something that disappoints the people, and you're just supposed to sit there and take it. The talking mouthpiece of all mouthpieces in the gaming industry, Pete Hines, recently put out this little tweet, well done, Sony, with a clapping emoji, because Sony is now going to do crossplay with their games for Fortnite. Whoopee, hooray! I can't wait to be able to dab with my friends on Xbox. Then, people start contacting Pete Hines about, now that Sony's lifted this, can we do crossplay with fucking Fallout 76? That'd be great.
Slow down.
And Pete Hines is like, hold on there, children. We're not doing any crossplay. Folks, chill. I work with a lot of devs and games for whom this is important going forward. Fallout 76 does not support crossplay for a number of reasons. I have no idea if it ever will, but I assure you, it is not on our radar right now as we focus on the beta launch. Sorry, I was going to say BET for some reason, Black Entertainment Television. I don't know why that came to mind. So, of course, Pete Hines is then roasted over a spit, which I enjoyed very much so. Because it's nice to see that everyone is kind of waking up a little bit to Bethesda, Bugthesda. Rev makes a perfect point. He says, but Todd Howard stated previously the reason you guys didn't have crossplay was Sony's fault alone. And now they are allowing it. You say Fallout 4 never had crossplay in the first place. Seems like someone lied. Bethesda. Tell a lie? Rev, what is wrong with you, sir? Bethesda never lies. None of their NPCs are scripted. Do you hear me? Todd Howard himself said it. Todd never tells lies.
These NPCs are not scripted. You can walk all the way to the top of that mountain.
You see that mountain? You can climb to it. If you mod the shit out of the game and recreate the mountain yourself, you can. This was from Game Informer back on June 29th of 2018. Where is it? This came from a German site, GameStar D.
eine Weile gibt. Sie haben an Fallout 4 mitgearbeitet. Mit dieser Gruppe haben wir also eine ganze Weile zusammengearbeitet.
Yeah, I'm not even going to bother using the video for GameStar D's interview with Todd Howard because in German fashion, they dub everything. I don't know why Germany does that. It really ruins German porn, but that's a different rant for another day. Well, anyway, Bethesda's game studio director and executive producer Todd Howard was directly asked about crossplay for this year's Fallout game, Fallout 76. Todd Howard says, "We would love to do that, but right now, it's not possible." Howard pauses for a second, then begins. "Sony isn't being as helpful as we want them to be." So, Bethesda pretty much shit on Sony. It made it Sony's fault there was no crossplay. But long story short, since the bar has been lifted and Sony's finally bowing to the players, Bethesda's just gonna sit here and do nothing with it. They'll probably put it in other games, but let's not hold our breath for Fallout 76. And let this be a lesson to you if you're still one of those people running around going, oh, Bethesda's great. They make great games. Bethesda always does quality. I love Bethesda games. They're so interesting and immersive. Bethesda doesn't give a shit. Bethesda's probably one of the worst companies in gaming and somehow continuously gets a pass. Now, if you go deeper in the tweets, it gets funnier. HSG says to Pete Hines, so, why wasn't Xbox PC crossplay a thing? Just leave Sony out. Pete Hines returns with, because it was a thing that, if we do it, we're going for all platforms or not at all. And since all wasn't an option based on what we knew, we focused on other things. That tells me they had no plans for crossplay at all, honest to God. Because every other fucking game that has crossplay, even if it couldn't play with Sony, allowed it everywhere else. Fortnite, for instance. I was crossplaying with people on PlayStation, Xbox, and even on the fucking phone, on my PC. But for some reason, PlayStation and Xbox couldn't crossplay with each other. I don't know why, I don't care, but they're fixing it now. Point being, the option was there, and every other game that was like that, developers made it happen. Bethesda looked at the situation and said, let's just not do crossplay and blame it on Sony. Less work for us. Because Bethesda's legendarily lazy. If their games haven't told you yet, this is one of the laziest fucking companies. I don't know what to tell you, man. Play Fallout 4. Play it. For God's sakes. And tell me it isn't lazy. Look at the feet on the vanilla characters. They don't have toes. They have bricks for feet. Fallout 4's textures are reminiscent of Minecraft at times. And this is supposed to be a next generation game. My God. Hell, they can't even come up with mod ideas. Every time I turn around, some mod author contacts me and goes, hey Gundam, guess what happened? Bethesda just copied a mod from the Nexus, and they're now selling it. Like, oh my God. Like, you can't make this shit up. And for some reason, people are like, yup, it's okay, it's Bethesda. God, fuck these guys. This company sucks. For God's sakes, they showed a trailer for Elder Scrolls 6. The game isn't even in production yet. They just made a trailer to get people hyped for something that doesn't even exist. What's the difference between that and me taking a picture of like the dude who played Superman and write Man of Steel 2 on it and tease it to people? It's the same thing. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. It's just like, fucking Bethesda and Pete Hines. Oh, these aren't paid mods, they're mini DLCs. Oh, well, if it's a mini DLC, then technically it's covered by the DLC I paid $50 fucking for that you told me would handle every bit of DLC that came out for this damn game. Oh, well, it's a mini DLC, but it's not a DLC. Like, oh, go fuck yourself. And here we go again. And no one's just gonna go, you know what, go fuck yourself. Fuck you, Fallout 76. Eat a bag of dicks. No, people are still gonna go out there and buy it, play this shit, pay for some microtransactions and go, it's good, it's good. And then when Red Dead Redemption comes out, everyone will forget it, and the online mode will suffer. Bethesda will only keep it alive as long as they make money off of it. Guarantee. I'm glad everyone on Twitter is taking this man to task. Do it. Do it. Beat Pete Hines with his own shoes. Beat Hines. I meant to say Pete Hines. What a Freudian slip. This man doesn't give a shit. He is such a corporate shell. I mean, that guy will say anything. And still, you'll find people that congratulate this shit. Can't wait to play, Pete. Well done for engaging with the internet trolls. However, know that they are just the noisy 5%, and the quieter 95% wish you every success. Oh, get Pete Hines and Bethesda's dick out of your mouth, Daniel. They have been subpar for years. For years. If Bethesda made cars, dude, they'd go out of business. That is fucking for real. If Bethesda made anything but games, they'd be out of business. If they made phones, they'd be out of business. If they made cars, they'd be out of business. Computers, out of business. You buy the phone from Bethesda, the new Bethesda phone. It's got an interesting bug where it works when it chooses to. It dials the wrong numbers. It sends naked photos to your mother, the Bethesda phone. Introducing the new Bethesda car. It falls apart in the middle of driving. Uh-oh, Chuck, looks like your steering column broke. Guess you're just gonna crash into that wall and die. We've got a few more bugs to work out. And then Pete Hines comes out and goes, these aren't big lawsuits, they're like little mini lawsuits. Ah, fuck this. I could rant all day about Bethesda. As you already know, this should have been 5 minutes, but for some reason, just seeing people praise Pete Hines for delivering shitty news. Yeah, we're 7 weeks from launch. Oh, well, fine. Well, then since the game's 7 weeks from launch, will this be a feature later? No, not really. And then someone's just like, congratulations, Pete. I can't wait to play your subpar game Fallout 4 online. The same fucking bullshit with less content. It's basically gonna be a game where if you don't have friends to make it interesting, then you got not much to do. Build your fort and wait for someone to raid it. Oh, no, I'm out of here, dude, because I'll never stop. I'll never stop. I apologize to anyone who listened to this because, frankly, Bethesda pisses me off. I'm a longtime fan who I'm just so mad. For God's sakes, all they had to do with Fallout 4 was make it good. They could have saw everything. Like, if Bethesda had a brain, if they weren't run by ZeniMax, if they had some sort of soul left, someone would have walked in and said, you know what the fans would like? Why don't we, instead of making Fallout 76 online to cash in on microtransactions from the fucking stupid, why don't we just, I don't know, remake Fallout New Vegas in the Fallout 4 engine and improve textures so that our characters don't have Kleenex boxes for feet, for God's sakes. Maybe, I don't know. Let's just try and do something good. You know, they could have just took Fallout New Vegas, right, and made a game similar to it, and everyone would have hailed them as heroes. All they had to do was actually just make something the fans wanted. But instead, they pumped out this poorly written, shitty narrative, insipid story where you don't even care about your own child. The game is so crap. No, I'm getting out of here. I'm sorry. As I've said sorry 1,000 times, the video just keeps going. I'm going to leave now. I'm going to turn this off right now, but I'm still going to keep yelling. God bless you all for being here.
All you need is smiles. Lots and lots of smiley smiles. Your sweet pink mouth goes north, not south, and just smile. All you need is smiles. Hey, smile.